You ever land on a website for some online course and just wonder what's really going on, behind the curtain? Well, today, that's exactly what we're doing. We are going to deconstruct the entire sales pitch for a course called Home Haircutting Mastery to show you the powerful psychology they use to sell these digital products. Let's dive in.
So here's our game plan. We're going to break this down into 5 parts. First, we'll look at the hook that grabs you. Then, we'll check out what they're promising and how they build trust. After that, we'll decode their pricing. And finally, we'll look at that last push that gets you to click buy. And this is where it all begins, right at the very top of the page with this one powerful sentence. It totally reframes the conversation, doesn't it? Suddenly, this isn't about saving $20 on your kid's haircut. Nope. It's about achieving something aspirational. It's about getting control. Okay, so let's dig into that idea, that core value proposition. How does this one single concept become the bedrock for the entire sales pitch? This right here gets to the absolute heart of their marketing strategy. See, they're not really selling haircutting tutorials. The real product, it's a feeling. It's empowerment for a parent who feels like they can't do this. It's all about a transformation from, I'm gonna mess this up, to, I am completely in control. So how do they make that feeling of control seem, actually achievable? Well, that's where the curriculum comes in. And it's not just a list of lessons. Oh no, it's a roadmap that's specifically designed to take apart your fears piece by piece. Just look at this structure. Every single step is a direct answer to a parent's biggest anxieties. Are you worried you're going to buy the wrong clippers? Boom, step 1. Scared your kid is going to wiggle all over the place? That's step 2. Terrified you're just going to mess it all up? Well, that's what steps 4 and 6 are for. It's a brilliant way to handle your objections before you even have a chance to think of them. Okay, so you've made this big promise of a transformation. But how do you get a customer to actually believe you, especially when your product is brand new? This brings us to probably the most important part, building trust. And here's their answer. It's a super strong risk-reversing guarantee. But I want you to notice the wording here. The refund isn't about whether the haircut is good or not. It's tied to how the customer feels. If you don't feel calm, capable, and fully in control, it's a promise based on a feeling, which makes you, the buyer, feel incredibly safe. But right below that incredibly bold promise, you find this little detail. In their proven by parents section, it's just zeros. All the way down. 0 parents drained, 0 cuts executed. This is the classic signature of a product that just launched, like yesterday. There's 0 social proof. So what you're seeing is this really clever trade-off in action. They're using an overwhelmingly strong promise, that guarantee, to make up for the fact that they have no evidence, no testimonials, no success stories. It's their way of saying, look, we know you have no reason to trust us yet, so we're just going to take on all the risk ourselves. It's pretty smart. All right, now for my favorite part of any sales page, the price. This stuff is fascinating because it's not really about numbers. It's all psychology. It's about how choices are framed to gently guide you exactly where they want you to go. So here we have the classic 3 options. And what you're seeing is a technique called price anchoring. That $450 elite package, it's not really meant to be a big seller. Its main job is to make that $249 standard package look like a fantastic deal by comparison. And when you look at the 2 cheaper plans, the whole design becomes crystal clear. For just $50 more, the standard plan adds the most important feature on the whole page, that confidence guarantee we were just talking about. They've made their strongest selling point, the risk-free promise, an upsell. It makes the standard plan feel like the only logical choice. And here we are at the finish line. The customer is hooked, they feel safe, they see the value. So how do you get them to actually make that final click? Well, let's look at the language they use in their call to action. Check out these words. Notice what's missing. You don't see buy now or add to cart. The language is all about empowerment. It's active, access, choose, enter. It makes the purchase feel less like a transaction and more like a decision, a step into a new, more capable you. And Control Starts Today just ties it all back to that core theme perfectly. And just in case you're still on the fence, they've got this little gem tucked away at the bottom. It's the classic 1-2 punch of urgency and scarcity. Even though it's a digital course that could be sold forever, that phrase once-in-a-lifetime opportunity gives you that little psychological nudge to act now.
So what's the big takeaway when we put it all together? A really great digital sales page isn't a brochure. It's not a list of features. It's a story. It's a carefully built narrative that finds a deep-seated feeling of uncertainty and sells you on a transformation into someone who is confident, capable, and in control.
And that kind of leaves us with one last question to chew on. When a course is selling an internal feeling, like confidence, what are you really buying? Is it the information? Is it just getting permission to try something new? Or is it maybe just the structure and support you need to finally overcome a fear? Something to think about the next time you find yourself one click away from entering the system.